Hello, Cancers. This is your February love reading for singles and couples. So we're just going to dive right on in. I should have set these to the side before, so we can just get on to it. Let's look at, in terms of the area of love for coupled and single Cancers, and give us a couple of cards, Spirit, to go over the overall overarching energies and love for Cancers in February. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So I'm just going to briefly talk about these before. I usually like to lay all the cards out, but I think this is interesting. So shadow self, conflict, and creativity. So Cancers, in your general life reading for February with the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle, check that reading out if you can, because it talks about some shadow stuff that you'll be working on towards the end of the month. I got a sense, but it could be throughout the month. And in terms of love, it also talked about extremes in the general reading. And so it could be the extremes dealing with interpersonal relationships. There's a conflict. It feels like just conflict is the overall overarching energy for you. But on the other hand, just like in the general life reading, and I don't believe in coincidences, it said on the other side of conflict and, you know, emotions running high is creativity. It's like the same fire that pushes you to fight for what you feel like what you feel is right, is the same passion that's spurring inside of you to create, whether it's hobbies, whether it's creating things to do with your partner, being creative in how you date now, whatever the case may be. You're creative in how you approach love. So it's an interesting time for you in February, whether you're single or coupled. And it does tie into the general reading, which is interesting. We're going to now take a look at the tarot. So in terms of February for coupled and singled Cancers, what's happening? We have the Death card. What are they confronting in the area of love for our Cancer? Okay. Thank you, Spirit. All right. What tools will Cancers be utilizing to manifest love? We have the Four of Wands, or to work on certain love situations. What tools will Cancers be utilizing? Not that many. It's too many. Too many messages, or me being clumsy. Okay, we got Three of Cups as a tools. And then finally, what's the takeaways of February in terms of love for coupled and single Cancers? How will the month end in the area of love? And what will be what you leave behind in February, and what you take forth, Cancers, into March and beyond in your love life? Okay, I'll give you three. Page of Cups, Empress, and the Nine of Swords. Okay. In terms of the sensual, sexual energies for the month of February. Okay, we have Mother of Cups. Move my feathers. Three of Swords. Oh, interesting. And then Four of Wands again. Four of Wands comes up quite a bit, so we'll look into that. And then, I like to lay down and give us more insight in terms of what's happening, and what advice do you have for Cancers, coupled or single, for February in the area of love? Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, there was one. Okay. Let's see what this says. Okay, the first one that had jumped was flirt, keep an open mind, and healing family issues. I'm just going to bring that over. All right, and then finally, I always use this deck to give a final message. A message, if you don't remember anything else about this reading, a takeaway that ties up everything that Spirit is saying straight to you for love. For Cancers. Okay, 2. Allow that. Karma is on your side. Yay. And be true to yourself. All right. All right, Cancer. So in terms of what's happening, what's going on is we have Death card and we have the Ace of Pentacles. And the Death card is about transformations, about transitions in terms of your relationship. And it could be things maybe coming to an end for some of you. Others, it could be maybe a period of time or an error in your, like, you know, error, E-R-A, like an era of time coming to a close. And so you're having to deal with that. So for example, for those who are in a relationship, maybe some of you have a partner or yourself in the relationship that may have a job that's coming to an end with the Ace of Pentacles, and that's causing you all to have to move to a new town, or you having to have a new job, or your partner has to have a new job. That can cause inner conflict and external conflict within a person, and that can definitely stir up some things. In terms of the sensual, sexual connections here, we have the Mother of Cups, the Three of Swords, and then the Four of Wands. But I bet you the Three of Swords is happening towards the beginning and the middle part of the month, when you're really dealing with your shadow self stuff. Or, well, shadow self stuff, it seems it may be for some of you at the end of the month, and for others throughout the month. You'll be dealing with that. And so you may not, it may not always be this time where you really want to be sensually or sexually connected with someone. Fortunately, that's a short-lived energy because it's anchored by the Mother of Cups, who really likes to, you know, she likes to receive love. She likes to give love. She is definitely sensual and ready to have all of her senses titillated and enjoyed upon. And so that definitely happens for many of you, as we see with the Flirt card. And that's cool. It says here, extend your lighthearted energy to others. So that definitely is happening. They said celebratory times happen with the Four of Wands. You've got 2 Four of Wands in your reading. So some good times are to be had. But yeah, there's some ups and downs. There, for some of you who are single, there's, you know, a major transformation that's happening in your life, where maybe you had to put thinking about love on the back burner because you had to focus on a new career. So the old career was ending, a new career starting. Maybe you've had to move recently, so you feel like it's been a death of your old life. You don't have a lot of friends. You don't have any connections. You wonder how things are going to pan out. You are invited by Spirit to keep an open mind. It says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So for those who are single, it's the death of how you view a potential mate, your type. for a while you had a specific type that you went for and you really weren't going to be open-minded. Now, if you want love, you are invited. Spirit is inviting you to keep an open mind, because that's what it will take to have love come into your life. And so like you focusing on your finances, your new beginnings in life, you want to, like, save money towards a home, or maybe you move, or even. So love isn't really so much in the beginning and mid part of the month on the forefront, but it definitely is an active player in your life. In terms of tools, we have the Four of Wands and the Three of Cups. This is a reminder to remember to be celebratory in your relationship. Maybe your partner appreciates someone who celebrates the anniversaries, remembers the milestones of the relationship, and has a good time and keeps it lighthearted and is flirty with one another. Flirting, you cannot underestimate the power of flirting, whether you are single or whether you are in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, it says extend your lighthearted energy to others. Do this and your partner will eat it all up. Like, totally eat it all up. They will want to, just constantly consummate the relationship, if you will, because you are stimulating something inside of them, and not just like, what stirs inside their pants or skirt, but inside their mind and heart, and gets you all tingly. So that is a powerful tool to remember to have at your disposal. And yeah, again, just trying to keep it lighthearted this month in February if you can. Also, with the shadow stuff here, so we'll talk more about the shadow stuff in a moment because it ties into this one here. But first, as you go into February, with the Page of Wands, this is about some of you who are single, just the wonderment of love and you dating again, and just being excited about dating, and just not worrying about how things are going to unfold. You're just taking a chance in love, taking a new beginning for your life and for your happiness. And so I get a sense that many of you are going to approach love and keep an open mind, and as a result of that, new love is going to blossom. This card usually portends, or it predicts that new love is coming. And for those who are in a relationship, it says a new beginning is happening with the relationship, where like before, maybe in your relationship it was so heavy, it was so serious, things, the old relationship felt like it died away, and all you guys could talk about, or maybe even some of you are separated even from your partner, maybe physically separated, and some of you emotionally and physically, and some of you just emotionally separated, but many of you were separated. And now by the end of February, you're open to flirting. You're keeping an open mind about this relationship and about where it may go. And you're taking it slow, but you are open to it. And as a result, new love is happening. And so that is definitely happening, whether you're single or in a relationship. For those who are wanting to fall pregnant, the Empress card definitely, along with the Mother of Cups in the central and sexual house there, could suggest that some who are watching this video could fall pregnant, or it may be a fertile time at the mid to end part of the month for you. Probably the end part of the month for you. I don't, but it's also a fertile and creative time in terms of just you being creative in your love life, you being creative and receptive in your everyday life and in your relationships. And it really is helping you as you relate to your partner, as you start to date if you're single, as you try to get to know a particular person. There's Nine of Swords, I call it, where a lot of us call it, the panicked jumping up or startling at 2 a.m. in the morning, and you sit up straight up and you're like, oh my gosh, what's causing this? What's causing this shadow self stuff to come up that's kind of undermining the love work that you've been doing on yourself? And it's something to do with the need to heal family issues. Is the need for the shadow work. So in your general reading, we didn't really go deep into that because I didn't know what area that was hitting, but it seems to be hitting this shadow self cards, seems to be hitting the love area. And as long as you do not heal this family issue, the longer it will take you to manifest the love that you really want, whether you're in a relationship or not. It says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, or as you forgive past hurts with siblings or with loved ones, with grandparents, etc. Once you work on healing that, healing can be had in other important relationships, including your romantic relationships. And karma is on your side. Remember, you didn't do anything wrong. It's not something about, you feel like maybe you are not deserving enough, or whatever the case may be. Karma is on your side, and that's a good thing. And be true to yourself. This month, remember this phrase, that be true to yourself, whatever you do, whomever you're dating, whoever you're with. If you're in a partnership, and there will be times when you are called upon to give input or called upon to change, you have to remember to be true to yourself, to hold, like the Empress, she's not swaying from who she is. If she's a sensitive being who is very highly intuitive and empathic, that is who she is. And she's going to be true to who she is. Sometimes we get caught up in, this is where the shadow comes in. We get caught up in trying to appease others and bend for partners, and bend for people we're dating. We forget to be true to ourselves. We forget to, have them make sure they're kind of on the interview process and the dating process too. It's not just you trying to prove the love. They need to do their part too. So that's it. And that's all about that. All right, my dears. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Much love to you this month in February. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.